Welcome back to the Britannia Coin Company. We're a coin dealer based in Royal Wootton Bassett in the UK. On the 11th hour of the 11th day of the 11th month, we pause to reflect and honour those who lost their lives in armed conflict. We remember those who paid the ultimate sacrifice to protect our freedoms and liberties, and each year the Royal Mint has been releasing a commemorative coin to mark this occasion, so let's have a look at some of them. This coin was minted in 2018. It is a beautiful coin and one of the earlier UK coins to feature colour in the design, a style choice we see more frequently on our coins now. It was designed by Laura Clancy, who also contributed to the Portraits of Britain collections, the James Bond range in 2020, and more recently the Tutankhamun £5 coin, which was only released last month. The coin features a poppy, the flower which has become synonymous with Remembrance Day. After years of fighting in terrible trench warfare, it is said that in the devastated no man's land between the opposing forces, the poppy was the first flower to regrow after the end of the First World War. In 2020, this coin was released to mark Remembrance Day, this time designed by Natasha Priest, who would go on to design the 2022 Birmingham Commonwealth Games 50p coins, which came out earlier this year. This coin again features poppies central to the design, albeit this time a whole bed of them. With the wording, "Lest we forget," a phrase commonly used at Remembrance Day services, although first used by Rudyard Kipling in his poem Recessional, which he wrote in 1897. The coin also features the striking silhouette of a soldier in stark contrast to the bright red of the poppies. The coin also commemorates the unknown warrior. He was an unidentified soldier who was given a state funeral and buried in Westminster Abbey after the First World War. A symbolic gesture, with so many having died abroad, buried in unmarked graves. The resting place is topped with a black Belgian marble stone, and is the only tombstone of which it is forbidden to walk over. Last year in 2021, this coin was produced for Remembrance Day. It was created by Gary Breeze, who has also created the Battle of Britain 50p, the 3-coin £2 set for Captain Cook, and a number of other coins too. The coin again features the iconic poppy and lines from the poem For the Fallen, which was written by Lawrence Binyon. The wording was stylized to look as though it was carved into stone, much like on a tombstone. With more than 1 million British troops having lost their lives during the First and Second World Wars, and more in future conflicts, there are a number of graves across Europe where individuals may travel and pay their respects. Over the years, there have been many other coins to commemorate military achievements, so let's have a look at some of those too. In 2020, this £5 coin was released to mark the 75th anniversary of the end of the Second World War. It was created by Matthew Dent and Christian Davies, a duo who created some of the 2020 James Bond range, and Matthew Dent notably designing the image on the definitive coins from 2008, which together form the shield of the Royal Arms. This coin is another which resembles a stone carving, with the words war and peace intersecting each other. The design purposefully emphasizes the word peace, with war being less visible, signifying the importance held of peace over war. The differing branches of the armed forces were also honoured with their own £2 coins as well. Firstly in 2015, the Navy. It was designed by David Rowlands, who designed a whole host of other coins, including many for the World War I centenary £5 coin sets. The ship on the coin is commonly mistaken for the HMS Belfast, which hadn't been created to see service during the First World War. However, some of these coins were put into the till on board the HMS Belfast Museum, which might be why this misconception arose. The other interesting thing to look out for is the portrait on the obverse of the coin. As in the collector's sets, it features the Queen's 4th portrait by Ian Rank Broadley. However, the circulating one features Jodie Clark's 5th portrait, which changed in 2015. In fact, the ones that were put into the till on board the HMS Belfast Museum had the 4th portrait, so there are some of those out in circulation. This is a desirable coin to find. There is also an error to look out for. a bit of extra metal on the top of the mast, commonly called the half flag or full flag error, depending on how profound the error is. And where most cud errors don't add much value, on this one it certainly does. The next £2 coin commemorates the Army. It was the work of Tim Sharp, whose design for the Team GB 50p coin was also minted in 2016. The coin features a design with a silhouette of 3 soldiers. This coin was also minted for circulation, and you may have come across one in your change already. There were just over 9.5 million put into circulation, making it a fairly common coin to come across. There is wording around the edge of the coin which reads on this coin as "For King and Country." And it's worth checking the edge inscription on this coin, as there is rumoured to be some with the wrong lettering applied, the edge inscription for different coins, and if you find one of those, that's a very sought after error. Lastly is the Aviation £2 coin, which commemorates flights during the First World War. The RAF itself wasn't formed until the last year of the First World War. Before that, it was referred to as the Royal Flying Corps, and worked as part of both the Navy and the Army separately. The coin was designed by Dan Flashman, who a few years before this coin was minted also designed the Commonwealth Games 50p when it was held in Glasgow. This is the first of the trio of £2 coins that we're looking at which didn't go into circulation, which is a real shame with the collection not being wholly circulated, but they were available to collectors to purchase from the Royal Mint directly. Military themes have also appeared on our 50p coins as well, with this duo of coins celebrating the Victoria Cross. They were both released in 2006 and are common coins that you can still readily find in your change today. The Victoria Cross is the highest honour bestowed on those who serve in the military, with only 1,358 having been awarded, and of those only 15 have been awarded since the end of the Second World War. The coin on the left commemorates the medals themselves and shows the front and back of one of the medals. This coin was designed by Claire Aldridge, who would go on to create a number of £5 coins in the run-up and during the 2012 London Olympic Games. This coin was also restruck in 2019 to mark the 50th anniversary of the 50p coin, along with a number of other older designs, including the second Victoria Cross coin as well. So be sure to check the dates on these if you do find them, as the 2019 restrikes were not minted to go into circulation. The second coin commemorated the heroic acts for which the medal is awarded. The medal is awarded to persons who, in the presence of the enemy, displays the most conspicuous gallantry, a daring or preeminent act of valour or self-sacrifice or extreme devotion to duty. The coin itself was designed by Clive Duncan, who also created the Battle of Trafalgar £5 coin. The last coins that we will look at is a series of £2 coins commemorating the RAF, with designs including a Spitfire, Vulcan bomber, Sea King helicopter, Lightning II and the RAF crest. It is a popular series of coins, but again sadly none were put into circulation. A real shame because the designs are so exciting, celebrating the 100-year history of the RAF. Military themes seem to be popular themes to commemorate, so perhaps we will see more in the future, and hopefully they will go into circulation for us to find. But for those that don't or didn't go into circulation, you can always click the links in the description of this video over to our website if you want to add any of them to your collection. With so many lovely designs to mark this most poignant day, hopefully it's a tradition that the Royal Mint will continue for many years to come. Do let me know in the comments which is your favourite design as well. I'd be fascinated to know. Be sure as well to subscribe to our YouTube channel. It's free to do and it means you won't miss out on any of our future uploads. You can also follow us on Facebook and Instagram, where we post lots of pictures of our coins. We're also on Twitter and TikTok. We've got our shop on online store, but I'll see you next time for more amazing coins from the Britannia Coin Company.